Hi, my blessed ladies and gents. How are you? I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are doing fabulous on this fine Sunday. It is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, whether they're here or have transitioned. And also, happy first day of summer, because apparently it's the first day of summer today as well. Although where I'm at, it's it's a little gray, but I'm sure it'll warm up later as it always does, because that's just California, and California weather does whatever the fuck it wants to do, and yeah. So with that being said, yeah, happy Father's Day. But I really wanted to come on here because I wanted to say something. I think that it's important to say, and I think it's something that people should have rolling in their minds. So I feel like as a whole in this country, in America, there are things that are coming to the light. They're coming to the front of the classroom. You know, the secrets and the notes passing, it's all being exposed now, right? And so in that exposure, people are also trying to find healing and peace and, things like that. Trying to build something that this country's never had, which is community, which is safety, just all the things that this country claims that it has, that it really doesn't. At least not for people of certain tax brackets or income brackets or race brackets or color brackets. So with that being said, as we're all aware with the different things that are happening now and that have happened in the past, the present is also very much important. I feel like we always are just the future, the future, the future, the future, and then it's always the past. Don't look at it. No, the past. Don't look at it. And then the present, and everybody's like this. Oh no, I don't know. And it's like, but you're so worried about the future, but you're in the present and you don't know what to do. So when we get like that, when we're in the present and we're worried about the future, but we don't know how to get to the future, we don't know how to prepare for the future, that is the time when you look back at the past. We have to look back at the past in order to get to the future and deal with what's happening in the present. Okay? Like the present came from the past. Like we have to think like that. And I feel like people try not to think like that because it's so deep and woke and all of this other stuff. Yes, it is that. And that's what we have to be in order to make changes. You have to look deeper. You have to look within. You can't be superficial if you're trying to make a change. That doesn't go together. So with that being said, we're due to come up on the 250 anniversary of the country or whatever, the birthday or whatever. Now, I personally, being that I know the history of this country, I don't really look forward to 4th of July. I don't celebrate it. I don't really care for it because as an American of African descent, since most people have a problem saying African American, you gotta say Black American. I don't like to say the word Black because I'm not Black. I don't even know what that is. But as a person of African descent and as an American, I know history, and this, not only do I know my own Black history, I know American history, but both histories are American history. So when you look at that and you look back and you're like, okay, so we know all this stuff happened, but we also know that this country is 250 years old, which is a lie, which is why I want to talk about what I want to talk about. This country is not 250 years old. This land is not 250. This country is biologically not 250 years old. The time that white people or Europeans have known about this land has been 250 years. But this land is not 250 years old. This land is far more older than that. And it's far more wiser than that. But the people of the 250 years keep this country, not only the people, but the land, keep this land in oppression. And because we now try to tiptoe over that and we don't want to talk about it and they don't want us to talk about it, we can't dredge up the past to be able to fix the present to help the future. And so we get stuck, and we're stuck, and we're repeating stuff, and nothing's getting better. And then we're like, well, when nothing's getting better, what do? We gotta do something. Someone's gonna do. And it's like, if you know, right? Why can't you not be that first step? Why does it have to be someone else? You know? So I'll keep this short and sweet, but when we're as the 250 is approaching, take time to really understand, because you do have to look deeper. This country is older than 250, so we have to look at what happened before 250 years ago, and then look at the 250, and then look at what happened after the two. Like, you, it all correlation, it's all together. Everybody want to talk about generational this, generational that. That passes generational too. So you have to look at that. You have to see what happened back then, what happened back there. Like, whoa, what happened back there? You gotta look to see. And I really feel like with doing that, it's going to be able to help the future. Now, granted, I know we got this administration that wants to hold everything over us and strip us of everything, but another thing with that is the American people really need to find a backbone, baby. Stop trying to look for a backbone in someone else, and get your own backbone, okay? If you didn't have your own backbone, you wouldn't be able to walk around. So you have a backbone, so get it and use it. And as the people, as together, which won't be, because nigga, we all divided, like what the fuck, which was also the plan of the government. See, they're overstepping their power, and we know that. And as a people, we have Stockholm syndrome, and we won't do what we need to do. And if you don't know what Stockholm syndrome is, look it up and you'll figure it out. I'm not going to give the definition, because I feel like a lot of us know what it is. And again, if you don't know what it is, look it up. Anytime you've ever seen one of them Lifetime movies, that those movies always around Stockholm syndrome. So um because Americans have that, it seems like we're scared to make change. And even though they're trying to strip us of our rights, we're still acting like we're scared. Like, we won't say certain words, and hey, I'm not for all that. I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say, and I cuss, and I'll say the words that we're not. I'll say that because that's my right, and it's gonna be my right until either they take that shit away, or I can no longer say nothing. Like, that's the problem right there, is they have people fearing that they can't say words, or people are trying to be content creators and get money from these platforms that really ain't paying y'all, and y'all scared to say words. That's a form of abuse. If y'all didn't know that, if y'all was in a relationship and you had a partner that was keeping you from saying your piece, keeping you from saying certain words, you go around your family and you trying to say something, they shooting you looks and stares, and they gripping your knee, or they kicking you under the table, or they pulling you off to the side. Why did you say? That's a form of abuse, and it goes to emotional abuse and mental abuse. And that's why I said Americans have Stockholm syndrome. Nigga, we're being abused, and we're just sitting there like, but he loves me. She loves me. They're just going through something. We no 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 no. And then y'all all want to talk about some y'all the people of God and this and children of God and this and that. Listen, listen.